Good morning, boys and girls. I am very sorry that I'm not able to be with you for a live lesson today, but I have prepared this lesson for you, and I would love to see you give it your all. Watch the video, practice your techniques, do the best you can, and then upload it to Flipgrid. There's a link in Google Classroom. It'll bring you directly to where you can show me your artwork using Flipgrid. And I will be looking at every single one, and I can't wait to see what you do today. So give it your all, do your very best, even though I'm not with you, and I can't wait to see them later. Today's learning goal is I can make a picture symmetrical. So what is symmetry? What does it mean to make something symmetrical? Well, if you take a look at this lighthouse, being symmetrical means it's the same on both sides. So if you look at the left-hand side of the lighthouse, it's the exact same shape as the right-hand side of the lighthouse. This is an almost perfectly symmetrical picture. This butterfly is another wonderful example of symmetry. Both wings are almost exactly the same size, shape, and color. This heart too. Both sides of the heart are about the same size and shape. This face, if you drew a line right down the middle, it would pretty much be the same on both sides, which makes it symmetrical. So I'm showing you my art book right now because when I used marker in it, it bled through to the other page and didn't turn out so good. So I'm going to ask you to use crayons and not markers in yours today. So here's your material list. You need your art book out, some crayons, not markers, and a pencil. We're going to start with our pencil today. So you're going to open up to this tiger page. And please pause the video while you get settled, and then you can press play when you're ready. Right now, I'm going through and trying to make the marks that are on the right-hand side of the page look the same on the left-hand side. So I'm starting with this very top stripe and trying to make it look the same on the left as it does on the right-hand side. Now this is going to be a little tricky, so you're just going to do the best you can. You know what? I think I'm going to add the eye over here so I have something to work around. There's an eye on the right-hand side of the tiger, and now I'm going to add it to the left-hand side of the tiger. Now I can build the stripes around his eye. So I'm going to take a look at the shape of the stripe on the right and try to make it similar. If I'm going too fast, you can always pause the video so that you can catch up. This stripe kind of goes around his eye over to the left. And I'm going to fill it in, color it in. You can use a black crayon later to color in your stripes, but for now I'm just going to do it in pencil so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, we've got some stripes coming down from the side of his face underneath his eye. So I'm going to put my first stripe. This is a tricky shape here. I'm going to finish the nose because I think if I have the nose and the side of his mouth here, this big curve that makes his mouth, I think that'll help me place the rest of the stripes. So I'm going to make the other side of his little triangle nose and the other circle on that side of his mouth. Now I have a better idea of where I want these stripes to go. So it does not have to be perfect. You are just trying your best to add stripes on the left side that look as similar as possible to the ones on the right. we have one more little stripe in here in order to make it look like the other side. Now his face is looking pretty good. But we have 3 stripes inside of his mouth, right below his nose. Here's one. Here's the second one. And a third. Okay, just a little bit left to do. I'm gonna go back up here to the ear and add that little circle in there. Now I have 3 large stripes down here on the body. So here's the first one. Here's the second one. And here's the third one. Now let's not stop here. Let's really finish off our tiger so he looks beautiful. Now don't make the same mistake that I did, because here I used a Sharpie and markers. Well, I found out later that it ruined the page behind it. So I think you should use a black crayon to fill in your tiger stripes a little bit darker. And I would use an orange crayon instead of a marker to color his tiger fur in a minute. But please don't use the marker. I made a mistake and you don't have to. I'm just going through and darkening all my lines so that they look a little bit more like the other side. But just keep in mind that you should be using crayon and not Sharpie like I am. Sometimes Mrs. Bailey gets a chance to make the mistakes for you so that you don't have to. The Sharpie looked nice, but it didn't look nice on the other side of this page. It is almost time to add the orange, and then we'll be done with our symmetrical tiger. All right, with your orange crayon, now you can color in your tiger. You can color in the areas that I am going to color in, or you can decide for yourself which areas you think should be orange. Going to make my face orange. But tigers do have a little bit of white on them in some spots, so I'm gonna decide where I want to leave white. So go ahead and color along with me. You can always pause if you need a little bit more time. Or you can watch me first and then go ahead and do it after. It's up to you. Really taking my time, trying not to go out of the lines, trying to do a nice coloring job. I'm trying to decide which parts to leave white. That's what I'm thinking about right now. I think I'm going to definitely color the body orange. I know that belongs orange. And then I'm going to decide how much of his face to leave white. I know tigers sometimes have a little bit of white, but not too much. I definitely want a little bit more orange on the face, so I'm trying to decide which part to make orange. So I've decided to color in these two round areas, and I think that'll complete his face a little nicer. And then it's up to you. It's up to you if you want to leave that part white, or if you want to make him a full-on orange tiger. I'm also going to color his little nose in pink. All right, boys and girls, nice job making your symmetrical tiger. I want you to head over to Flipgrid, click on the link, and make me a video showing me your artwork so I can see it. Have a great day, boys and girls.